Psalm 64 is a prayer for protection against the schemes of the wicked, attributed to David. The psalmist begins by calling out to God for help, asking him to preserve his life from the threats of his enemies. He describes the wicked as conspiring against him, plotting to harm him with their deceitful schemes. The psalmist reflects on the tactics of his enemies, describing their use of sharp tongues and poisonous words to bring about his downfall. He acknowledges the danger posed by their hidden traps and snares, expressing his fear and distress in the face of their relentless attacks. Despite the threats, the psalmist affirms his trust in God's protection and justice. In the midst of his distress, the psalmist expresses his confidence in God's deliverance. He affirms his belief that God will cause the wicked to stumble and fall, bringing judgment upon them for their evil deeds. The psalmist resolves to continue trusting in God's unfailing love and to offer sacrifices of thanksgiving and praise to Him. The psalm concludes with a declaration of praise and thanksgiving to God. The psalmist affirms his trust in God's deliverance and expresses his gratitude for His mercy and provision. He resolves to continue praising God and trusting in His unfailing love, confident that He will answer his prayers and grant him victory over his enemies. Psalm 64 serves as a reminder of the importance of seeking refuge in God's protection and trusting in His justice, even in the face of adversity and opposition. Let's now read Psalms chapter 64. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, hear my voice, O God, in my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who wit their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect, suddenly do they shoot at him, and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter, they commune of laying snares privily, they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thought of every one of them, and the heart, is deep. But God shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, all that see them shall flee away. And all men shall fear, and shall declare the work of God, for they shall wisely consider of His doing. The righteous shall be glad in the Lord, and shall trust in Him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. This ends our reading of Psalms chapter 64.